Okay. Welcome to the September 17th meeting of the Lyman Planning Board. This meeting will come to order. This is a public proceeding. Unless the board specifically votes to go into executive session, you have the right to hear everything that is being said and to look at all the exhibits that are offered. If the board votes to go into executive session, the reasons for the same shall be stated. Please notify the board chair if you are having difficulty seeing or hearing. This meeting is being recorded for YouTube. In each instance, the burden is upon the applicant to demonstrate compliance with the provisions of the applicable ordinance or ordinances. After the board votes on the merits of each project, it will prepare a written opinion, which will be forwarded within 7 days. The board works from a prepared agenda and will be considering this meeting's items in the following order. We will have a roll call, and then in the regular meeting, we have David Keldson with a pre-application inquiry on making changes to a 1999 subdivision. Then we will have a workshop on application packages. We'll then set the agenda for the next meeting. Minutes are available, audio and the video on YouTube of the planning board public hearings and meetings, and it's available at the town website. We have old business of Harper Residential Subdivision, Taylor Nest, 1991 Alfred Road, and Joshua Martino, 331 Brock Road. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Keldson, if you could come up.
Roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, we got to, hang on. Can we do a roll call?
Oh, yeah. Tim Rivard, Poor Farm Road.
Bill Single, 8 Single Lane.
Kevin Vare, 64 Bugging Up Pond Road.
So we have 3 people, so we have a quorum. So now you can come up and speak to us. Anytime.
Very much. What I'm asking, I moved to Lyman 8 years ago from Long Island, New York to retire. When I bought my house, I wasn't smart enough to check whether I owned my driveway, because in New York, you buy a house, you have your driveway. I get along with my neighbors very, very well. We cut each other's lawn. Part of his lawn is my driveway. As I understand it, the minimum acreage required for houses in my area is 5 acres. All the 7 houses in the subdivision each have 5 acres, with the exception of my neighbor who owns my driveway, has 6. So my question to the board is, if I want to proceed and make an offer to him and go through all the surveys and whatever, do I have to do a full application to the board, and whatever that entails, or is it just a simple, thank you very much, I bought the land, here's the revised survey, and we're off and going?
So your neighbor has 6 acres, you have 5.
Correct.
And part of that 6 acres your neighbor has is your driveway.
Correct.
And it's a subdivision from 1999.
Correct. There was one modification to the pardon me, one
okay.
modification to the subdivision in 2004. The original subdivision, I believe, had 4 plots. The revised subdivision went to 7.
And all 7 are 5 acres.
Well, 6 out of the 7 are 5 acres, with
Is
my
this-
neighbors being the 6 acres.
Just curious why, do you know the history of why your driveway ended up on his property?
My
during the creation of the
my
subdivision?
understanding, and it's more rumor, if you will, was there was some sort of property tax savings that if you didn't, if the property didn't cut into the road, it had a different tax thing. I don't know. Our house was built in 2010. So,
Which lot is yours?
I believe it's lot 7. It's the very last one. I'm happy to point it out to.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, please.
Okay, this is my neighbor's property, and this is mine right here.
So they must have made this a back lot?
I guess, and here you can kind of see the dotted line here of the driveway, which is part of my neighbor's. Now, I want to stress, I get along with my neighbor fine, but I don't really want to spend a lot of money for, fertilizer and all that stuff, and maybe put in some
So
irrigation.
this is your lot, which is kind of the back lot.
Correct.
That's the driveway.
That's the driveway, and this is my neighbor's in here.
Because they couldn't get the road
So
frontage.
do you have
For sure.
deeded access to your lot?
Yeah, I have an easement that's in the deed. I guess that, I don't know whether that's the proper term.
Yep.
To use my driveway, and I'm allowed, I believe it's 30 feet from the,
But that wouldn't be part of
wide
the original
from
subdivision.
the center
Would it?
line, so it's 15 feet on either side of the
No, because
driveway.
there was
I
no
have an
formal
easement.
amended subdivision plan done because it was
Okay.
a family division
So,
within a subdivision.
this kind of wraps around over here.
Unless it's
You know,
specifically
again,
said
I know,
on the
it's
original
30
subdivision.
total feet. But,
Then it couldn't
I
be-
mow the lawn here, I mow the lawn here, he sometimes does it, I do it.
So,
Because
So,
I don't want to say
I'm just
problem,
guessing,
but,
but
you
my
know, when
guess
you
is
pull
like
into
we
my
did with the
driveway,
other one.
and,
over Walker
people
Road,
go,
let them swap.
the lawn
No big deal.
up front doesn't look as good as the
Just
lawn
go
in
get
here.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I really don't own it.
Would you
Okay.
think?
Yep.
I'm not even sure he needs a permit, they just need to swap the land.
I don't foresee that being an issue.
We probably should do a little research on it.
Yes.
So what we're chatting about here is, Kevin was saying those 3 back end lots,
Yeah.
you're one of them, was a family, it looks like it was a family subdivision. So they could do it separate from the other subdivision regulations, okay, because it's family, okay? So if that's the case, then you're not subject to the subdivision regulations anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we need to look into it because probably, not guaranteed, you can just go to your neighbor, say, I'll give you $20, we do the deed, I'll survey it, we swap, and we're all set. I think, but we need to look into
Because
it a little bit.
if they became before us,
I'm sure
to
it didn't,
create
if
that-
it's a family that doesn't have to come here,
well, that's right, there would have had to be road frontage.
unless it was a back lot. And that's why they did that, so it would become a back lot and not need the road frontage. I'm sure that's why they did
Yeah,
that.
it's a legal backlot.
Yeah,
And it was,
so,
Okay.
if that
He
was
says
the
in his
case,
deed, he's got an easement
yeah,
with that driveway.
Yeah, but-
To use.
so again, like we did, remember on Walker Road?
Yep,
We had the
I
people who
do,
wanted
I
to do the
remember the
swap,
swap, yeah.
and it ended up being they just went
Yep.
and did their legal swap, and that was it. That was
Right.
all there was. But we need to look into it.
Yep.
Can you wait 2 weeks?
All the time,
Yeah.
Okay.
time in the world.
It's just, we want to make sure we do it right because we don't want you to get in hot water later. you know?
No problem. I'm just happy that you folks agreed to see me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So we need to do that. We need to do a bit of research on it. So
Okay.
we'll put you on for the next meeting and we should be able to give you a decision at that point.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you,
You're
gentlemen,
more than
very,
welcome.
very, very much.
Thank you for being patient and wait for us.
Have a good day.
You too.
You-
Thank you.
Yep.
That's exactly why they did that. That way they don't have to do the road frontage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that really can't be an amendment to the subdivision. That had to be a standalone thing.
Well, yeah, So I'm assuming the subdivision covenants are written up and based on 4 lots. And then
1,
that
2,
was-
3, 4.
Correct.
But these 3 are separate. And that's what he's dealing with, is
Yep.
these 3.
Yeah, and this further division it's recorded, done by a
Yep.
surveyor, recorded
Yep.
as a family division. I've seen plenty of those around. There's one out by me that they're building the road in, and it's an interesting one.
All right.
Yeah, it would have been a lot cleaner for them just to
Yep.
change that property line going
Yep.
in.
Originally, yeah,
Yeah.
but they couldn't because they wouldn't have had the road frontage here to justify the lot.
Oh, I see.
375
Yeah, I
feet.
see what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
by making it a back lot, these 2 had the road frontage and this one doesn't because it's a back lot.
Yep. With an easement. Yep.
And so they could, I mean, now you can get away doing that. You couldn't then.
Mm.
So we'll make sure that goes on the agenda for the next meeting then.
Okay.
And just get a read up on it.
Me too.
All right, so next piece we have is we got some different things. We got site plan review, subdivision, best practices. So what Julie is saying is that we do not have an application for a subdivision modification. So that's something we probably need to consider here, coming up with one.
Amended subdivision.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so notice of decision not on the list. All right, so if we go through these a little bit piece by piece, give you an idea what I was kind of thinking and see if we can make it work somehow. So let's just take the site plan review application, if you can, to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the application. And then when you go to the back section of it, we have all of the fun things to go along with site plan review. So we have the checklist to go down through, which is 16 items, which is actually 19 items,
Yeah.
20.
The first checklist is the
Yeah.
application complete, and then the 16 standards is.
Then we have the 16
Yeah.
standards. So what I'm looking to accomplish, in my way of thinking, is to, the application is a separate entity to itself, but then we get into our meetings on going through the site plan. So we need to do the 19 conditions or 20, and then when we get to the end, we have to do the 16 to get those done. So I'm thinking of how to do this is that we have a heading piece, do it in a PDF format,
Mhm.
so that we can sit here with a laptop and the top will be filled in for us based on the application from the people. But then we will have the 20 items in the first list, a space, and then the 16 items and the rest of it. And along with the columns that give submitted, approved, and then the vote and who votes what.
Mm.
And then any comments or requirements or questions that need to be added into it get done on the spot while we're going through the PDF.
Yep.
Okay, so we get down to where we're number 16, we're done and we make the final vote. We then can print the notice of decision with it. This is part of it. And it gives us all the description of everything we discussed on what the vote was. So we don't have to regenerate it afterwards.
Yeah,
I should have brought the
yeah, so
template I had for it.
anything that is pending on the first 20, I mean, it would come up highlighted or something when we go back to look at it.
It would not be checked off. So when when it says approved, that's going to tell us it's okay. Submitted, we go down, is it submitted? Yes. Is it approved? Yes or no? Then we have that first section and we have to resolve that before we go to the last 16 items.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
it's just now we're fumbling back through paperwork.
Exactly. So
And I don't remember if there was something pending or conditional or
exactly.
without going back and finding. the
So if you
paper-
look at what's on the paper right
comments,
now,
you know.
and add another column. The other column is where we would type our notes as we're doing the discussion and saying this needs to be done or that needs to be done and what we need to have. Okay?
Yeah.
And in the PDF, when you make the formats, that section with those comments can expand as needed. So whatever space it needs, it'll take. And then
Yeah.
it'll start the next line below that.
So during this process in the meeting, who's going to be doing the typing and?
The official secretary. This is not something that's going to be volumes of typing, but you
Yeah.
know, if it's like outside lighting, do they meet the requirements? And it can say the lights in place are okay, but we need to look at this area over here.
Yeah.
That'll be in there for the notes, and it's already in the format when we print it. It's part of the notice of decision. That to me is what I want to do with all of these. I want to put them all in that kind of a format so that we don't have to have somebody sit down and put together a whole document.
Mhm.
Then they're standardized for everybody and it's printed. Thank you. Now we're done. Sort of. That's the goal. I think we got a long ways to go to get there.
Right,
It's going to be, but
right.
that was my thought process. And I
No, I
actually have
agree with
one
your
put
thoughts.
together.
I agree with the process. I think that works well. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm not the guy to do the typing.
Nah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But again, the idea is, you know, I don't want to say, hey, Kevin, while you're sitting home all week, bored to death, why don't you spend 50 hours working on this? You know,
Right.
I don't think that's the right thing to do. I would rather say, okay, we did our notes, take a couple more minutes to go do the process. It's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's going to come first? I'm not really sure. I got to sit and look at things again a little bit. And then there's probably going to be something at the end that will have some short synopsis and a place to sign the thing.
Yep.
When it prints. But that would be my goal is, and this is already in a format. This is great. And we might just put the whole application in there. We'll have the paper form, but it'll have the data there. And we just keep going down through the list.
Yep.
Then when we do the notice of decision, it's all incorporated.
Mhm.
No. That sounds like a good start.
See, we got a notice of decision checklist here.
Yes, that was Don's.
Yep. But see, I almost think that see, a lot of this can go right in the,
Mhm.
do the application, then do this part of it, and then into each of the items. And that gives us soup to nuts from start to finish.
Yeah, because this was more set up to write the NOD from
Yes.
scratch. Here's your
Yes.
checklist of everything. But
Right.
if this can be incorporated, then it's
Yep.
all in there and done.
So I wish I'd brought the laptop. I've already got one of, I think the site plan, I've already got in a format. It's not finished, but to give you an idea what it looks, I'll bring it next time so you can get a good look at it. It was pretty neat to me. It just, and I think with the PDF form, when you get that block where you can type in,
Yep.
if you need more space, it just keeps opening up as you go
Right.
down and it
Right.
expands. So you're not limited just to that block of space.
Yep.
which I think is kind of neat. But that's what my whole idea was on all of these. And what I'm looking at, let me put this, I don't want to lose this. If we take subdivision, it's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But it's the same idea. When we get down to the questions of, did they submit it? Okay, it incorporates all of these columns, and you just check off if it's yes or no on all the different criteria that go with it.
Yep.
But there's also a place to put comments in.
Yep.
So we have all of that filled in, and you follow it from top to bottom, go right down through each step of the way. And that's what Julian Becca did exactly what I was thinking about, is I need it in a format so that I got a basic design to go with.
Right.
I've got a guy who works in my office that loves PDF, and he does a great job with it, so that's what he's gonna get to do. So, best practice location, that's really kind of easy to do. And then the inquiry is what we did tonight, and I thought he had plenty of information. And then the dock issue, but those are short, those are very short to deal with. It's the subdivision and the site plan review, which are the big documents.
That's right.
Yeah, and the subdivision, I mean, unless somebody comes in with a massive, like 30 lot subdivision, a lot of that stuff in that checklist is not applicable.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So just to give you an idea of time frame for what I'm dealing with, I'm looking to get to the end of November before I can look at any of this. Okay, because I got to get by my fall stuff. The winter is, unless it snows, is very relaxed, so I got time to work on things. What I'm looking for input on from you guys, are we missing anything in these packets that we need to have included? Ideas, suggestions, notes, anything. I'd be very, very open to that. Again, like these things here will probably be getting done in a couple hours each, and they'll be done. I'm open to comments, ideas, suggestions.
I like it. It's a good starting point.
Well, I get embarrassed when it's, what are we going to do to make for this process? This way it's follow the chart, go right down. I think that'll get us focused in the right direction.
Yep.
We'll probably end up modifying these constantly as we go, but at least we got something to work with.
And it'll help on the end of the line too for the NOD. So
Well,
we're not falling behind on those. either.
yeah, other than a very short synopsis at the very end, it's like print, done, here we go. And then they can put them online, whatever they want to do with them, register them and everything. And then if everything's typed, makes it really easy to read.
Yeah.
But I tell my customers when I give them a plan for a project, I say, hang it on the bathroom door. You have plenty of time to read it then.
Yeah.
They did a great job putting this together. This is great.
Yeah. A lot of it falls with the applicant as to how well prepared they show up to.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Make
Yeah.
it easy on us.
Yep. Well, look at the ones we've gone through and from start to finish, and there's one thing at the end that needs to be complied with, changed.
That's right.
And that is great, somebody did their homework.
And Becca's been helping a lot with
Yeah.
that process.
Yeah, no, I think so. So, but we also need, and I'm not sure what, I haven't even looked at it, what we need for an application for a subdivision modification.
Mm,
No idea. I really haven't looked at it. I really haven't had much time to look at it.
I'm probably going to go backwards and look to see what was submitted for. Which one was it? Yeah. Brain is not working. Because that was the last, not the last subdivision, the one before that. That was still waiting for the final HOA stuff for. Hopper, yes. Because that was a full subdivision, and then it was also a separate amended for the roadway to go through the old subdivision.
Yep.
So I'm going to go back through that application that was put together and see what I can pull out of it for
Yeah.
stuff.
See, but on that was their initial application originally, and then they modified it after the hearing
Yes.
to make compliance with the roadway. So really, it wasn't a modification. It was the original
Mm-hmm.
submission modified, but it wasn't modified.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So so that's the only thing outside of it that I'm not sure where we need to go with it, but site plan and the subdivision are the two big ones. And then the others, they're very, very simple. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, right after Thanksgiving, we'll get going on this. We'll probably crank it out pretty quick at that point. But, because I know on the subdivision one, when you get down into the sections here, that you have submitted by the applicant, received by the planning board, their checkbox is yes, no. And you just click on it, it checks it for you,
Mm-hmm.
Applicant request to be waived, you can check mark, but then you want to see the comment. Okay, well,
Yes.
the waiver is for, in short description,
Mm-hmm.
and then what your vote is. Okay, and in the vote, we're supposed to track the individual's vote, not just 3-2,
Mm-hmm.
or 5-1, or whatever, 5-0. They want to, technically,
Who
we should
voted
be-
which way?
who voted which way, yeah. And that's figured into that. That's what I have already somewhat put together, so that's why I'll bring that
Yeah.
show it to you. But, and I'm sure we're gonna have to make changes to it. It's not gonna be done the first time through.
Right. Right.
And then the first time we use it, we'll probably blow it up. So. All right.
Is it a matter of public record to view other towns, applications, how they do it? Is there another town that has streamlined what we're trying to do? That
That's
that
a
we
good
could
idea.
use for
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll do some
A template.
poking around. Yeah.
how does Kennybunk do it? I mean,
That's what I did when I was looking for information on what other towns are doing for performance guarantees.
rather than starting from scratch and then having to go backwards on something because we didn't think of it.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if we could tap into somebody
Yeah,
else's
at least
experience.
Pull all the ideas
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Or maybe
agree.
a couple different towns, Scarborough and
Yeah,
Kennybunk or Wells or,
Yeah.
that somebody who's had a substantial amount of subdivision and growth.
I would think Sanford would probably be a good spot to look to because I know they can be sticklers
Yeah.
with
I know.
meeting the
Oh,
regulations.
Scarborough's over the top. I know.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to take a traffic island out, not on Route 1, But at the edge, Route 1, they wanted a $10,000 traffic study to see how it was going to affect traffic. It's like,
That's right.
you're not going to have cars crashing in the winter that hit it. The plows can get through there and clean it up better. It's a no-lose situation. No, gotta have. Okay. Can we repair it if it's damaged? Yes, you can. Perfect. Thank you very much.
No, if we could get a couple cheat sheets, I think
I think it'd be great.
we could
Yep.
cut and paste.
So if you don't mind, whoever has any time, we can pull some of this together for our next meeting. We can discuss it again.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good.
Mhm.
And get things lined up in a row, which I think would be very helpful.
Yeah.
All right. Any particular questions or comments from anybody? I'll keep this together. This is
No,
super.
I think it's a good opening
I
way
agree.
to start the ball, thinking about it.
Yep, I agree. So we need to set the agenda for the next meeting. So we'll put Mr. Kelson on there.
Yep.
I better put this down. I put it here somewhere. All right, where is it? There it is, KJ. Do a discussion on the application packets again.
Yep.
All right. Put on for the old business, Harper Residential, Taylor Nest, and Joshua Martini till we hear otherwise? Or should we just drop that off of there until they come back in and make a request?
I mean, Taylor Nest, I think he's got to come back soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been going
He
right
got
to
his
town on
road
his,
approach, and he's underway. Harper, I can't imagine that they're not going to want to start selling lots here in the near future.
Oh, let's have them just keep it on there for now.
Yeah,
See where it goes.
Joshua Martino. I mean, that goes back before me, right?
Yep.
And I've never seen the guy.
That was the one that put those cottages in. Yeah. And there had been some movement on it. He had contacted them, was getting ready to do something, but then it's just sat there.
Yeah.
So, okay,
So
we'll put those on and go from there. And do we have any minutes in here to review?
not yet.
Okay. Hey. Then I think that's all we get to do. If that's the case, anything that we need to discuss, you think, that I forgot?
Can't think.
Then I would,
no, I don't think so.
then I would entertain a motion.
Yeah, that we adjourn the meeting.
Second that.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Yep.
Meeting over. Okay. We're all set.
Done.